The TVs are burning up. Celebrity sex tapes are back in the headlines.
Thank goodness we were running out of things to talk about.
I'm telling you. Carrie Prejean is here today, who's dealing with a sex tape controversy of her own. And now Jennifer Lopez is suing her first husband for attempting to release honeymoon video that shows her in some compromising positions. What the hell?
Every single new bride out there is like, "Ooh, I better be careful."
Where I get mad at Ohani Noah, who was J-Lo's husband, it's like, you did this on your honeymoon. It was I think it was, she was in skimpy underwear being spanked by Noah. Everybody does that.
Oh, no.
There was a scene of her checking herself out in her bra panties. She was on a motorcycle in a short skirt, no underwear. It's like, big deal. But, you know, when you get married, it's just a trust factor that you have. You're married, and the fact that he's trying to sell this, you should be you're ashamed of yourself. Plus, she gave you money to shut up. So because you didn't spend your money right, it's ridiculous.
Oh, Noah, you didn't.
Oh, Noah, you didn't. I love it. That's his name, Noah.
When you said, you know, so what, you can say, well, you know, she's not married, she's happily married, she has children, but that may be why she's doing this. It may be that she doesn't want someday her children to see it. But, you know, when we were talking about Carrie Prejean, who was a woman who was a runner-up in Miss California, and we're going to be talking to her later about the sex tape that she made, which, by the way, she did it by herself. I mean, she wasn't with anybody, she was doing it alone, which she then sent to her boyfriend. But...
Come on, y'all by yourself sometimes. Stop it.
Most people don't have a camera going, hey, this looks really good.
Well, yeah, they have a mirror. The same thing in the mirror.
Mirror, it's you and the mirror.
No.
On the tape is you, the tape, and whoever gets the tape.
Well, that's the problem.
But we'll talk to her later, but presumably she said that she did the sex tape to send it to her boyfriend. Or maybe she thought that it would arouse him. So my question is...
Maybe.
Yeah, darn. If he didn't get aroused, he was gay.
I am dressed...
Seriously, come on now.
I am dressed very seriously. I'm about to ask a very serious question.
Yeah, the girls are doing
Why does anybody do a sex tape?
Well, here's the problem.
What is it for? I
think it makes them
Can't you
famous.
just remember what it was like?
It makes them famous, Barbara. Where would Paris Hilton be today?
You want to do a sex tape?
Listen to the conflict of message that we're sending people, right? Like, don't do a sex tape, don't exploit yourself with telling teenage girls with their boyfriends, don't do this, don't email it, don't put it on your Facebook, whatever you have. And yet, we see things like you mentioned, Paris Hilton. Yeah. She had a sex tape to get a hamburger commercial after.
I have a question.
You think it's a good thing?
Do I think it's a good thing to do a sex tape? No, I don't think it's a good thing to do a sex tape. But, you know, I can understand why some married people want to make a tape of themselves.
I'm not talking about married. These are single.
Just people. No, I don't know.
I
don't think you should make a sex tape.
Is there a plan?
Before you do a question, could I just have an answer from one of you?
Go ahead.
She gave you an answer.
Yeah.
Why?
You wanted to know why you would do a sex tape.
Yeah, I think to prove that you had sex once in a while after having 3 kids. I don't know.
Like a woman with 3 children.
Sometimes, you know, you see these movies.
Single women.
You
That's
see these
the one
movies,
that
you do it, you think it's exciting, you think it might be fun, you want to capture it. But let me tell you, when you see your butt up in the air on that camera, it don't look so good.
Okay, so I have to ask this really dumb question. I think no one ever anticipates that their loved one is going to take that sex tape or that tape that you made for each other and put it either on the internet or sell it to some company.
Think again.
These are the new things you have to keep in mind.
Because
relationships now.
Because remember, in our day, Barbara and yours and mine, I guess, they didn't. All we had was a courtroom rendering. You know, you had an artist who would do the. Nowadays, you know,
that guy's so mad. He's so mad he can't draw that anymore.
Why don't these girls? Why don't you get rid of them? Why do you have to keep them in? Like that's what happened with Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee. They did it and then friggin' kept it. Do it and get rid of it. And
there are young women today in high school and college who make sex tapes of themselves and send them not just to one boyfriend, but send them around. This is not new. Some of them have been kicked out of school, and then they say, but everybody does it.
But the country has an obsession with pornography. A lot of people like it. So this is like pornography starring me. And people are getting off on that.
I
They
think
like
the country
it.
is obsessed with we have become a society where we think that everything that we do is interesting.
Yeah.
We want everybody to know where we're pooping, when we're pooping, what we're doing. We want people to see us when we're taking our clothes off. You want to show everything because you lose it.
Exhibitionism.
We have become
Then
a
don't
nation
complain.
full
That-
of exhibitionists.
That is
complain.
not, this case right here, I think even with Carrie and maybe with J-Lo, that's not about letting everyone else see it. You know what I mean? I think this was something, this was a broken trust.
That's the question I wanted to ask you, because I think maybe you might know. How did this sex tape get out? How did it get out of her hands?
That's for Carrie to
Who did
talk
she
about
make
when
it?
she gets out
boyfriend,
here.
so he had possession of the sex tape.
So I'm sure that this young lady never thought
Never.
that this man would be so scummy low as to put out because she's just, because now she's got some fame. This is the thing that really makes me nuts. He wouldn't have done it had she not become Miss
California.
Miss California.
Well, neither would
Most
J-Lo's
people.
husband.
Well, that's what I'm
So
saying,
maybe we
and it's
should-
so
Let me tell
crappy.
you.
We
Money.
should,
He
before
got
you do a
paid.
sex tape, just
Yeah.
think that you're going to be famous
Yeah.
one day. Go
Yeah.
at it like that. If
Don't
I'm
do it.
famous one day, would I want
That's
this
right.
sex tape out?
That's
no.
right.
No, how
And
about
remember
this?
what
Don't
your
put
mama
yourself on
told you, or what our mamas told us. Get a quarter, put it in between your knees, and you will never have to worry about a sex tape.